Hey, what is up, folks? It is I, once again, Will, with Exposing the IWC. And tonight, I'm doing that stream that I've been putting off for weeks, that I said I was going to do a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't get around to doing it. We are building the women's and men's War Games team. Now, I'm not going to say what I think they're going to do, because who cares about Triple H, really? Screw Triple H, Road Dogg, Paul Heyman. I'm doing here tonight what they should do. Okay, maybe at the end I'll guess what they're gonna do, whatever. But I'm gonna be building my teams how I want it, what makes the most sense, the most intrigue, and you guys can agree with me and say how great I am and talk about how great my teams are. Or you can say I'm wrong. That's completely fine as well. But that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna use tier list because why not? Because I mean it's very convenient. So here I have my women's heel teams and face. I have men's heels, men's face, all that fun jazz. And I'm gonna make this make sense. The Wyatt Six versus MFT. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that shit. No way. Hell no. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let's talk about War Games. It happens every year. You know what? Am I kind of over the whole War Games thing? Yeah, kind of am. I prefer if they do the Iron Survivor challenge. Like give War Games to NXT for 1 year and take the Iron Survivor. That's what I would do. But we're going to have War Games again on the main roster, which means we're going to have a forced team. Okay, we're going to have a bunch of people who don't really want to be on teams with each other team up for God knows what reason. Will it make sense? I mean, the bloodline stuff made a lot of sense. Last few years, it just kind of happened. I mean, the women's War Games teams, kind of just happened. It is what it is at this point. I would prefer if it was more story driven, it made more sense, but it is what it is. Whatever, okay. Down Survivor doesn't work with the WWE older main event scene. Yes, it does. Why not? When you pin somebody, that person goes to the damn cage. What's the problem? What do you mean it doesn't work? Explain yourself, Richard. Explain yourself. Okay. Well, let's just start with the old, the common sense thing. Let's start with the women first. Iron Survivor Challenge on the main roster would be intriguing. Yes, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. A lot of people taking pins. A lot of strong people taking pins. That's the thing about Iron Survivor. You're going to eat a pin if in that match, basically. You're going to eat a pin. Imagine Cody, Seth, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, all pinning each other left and right. It'd be great. Anyway, let's start with the women War Games, okay? So let's just get this out of the way, right? Let's not even like mess around. This is how we're starting off. Asuka and Kairi on the heel team, Rhea and Io on the face team. Makes all the sense in the world. This is a top storyline in the women's division, okay? This is where this is headed. Even coming out of Crown Jewel, we knew ultimately this would be War Games, okay? This is a top story. I like the direction of Kairi and Asuka. I like what they're doing with Rhea Ripley and Io for the most part. Friends until they're not friends, ultimately. That match has to happen down the road, right? At some point, that match has to happen. But for right now, I'm okay with that. Now, the issue I have with Asuka and Kairi right now, well, not the issue I have, but let's be clear. There's no way either of them will be leading this team. I mean, let's just be realistic. Ultimately, they're going to want somebody on the mic carrying the heel team when it comes to promos and, building the team. They're not going to use Asuka or Kairi, which means you need a heel on the mic. Now, if you look at the Raw roster, because if you can notice, We're leading onto the Raw roster, right? We're leaning heavy on the women on the Raw team, the Raw roster. So, need a heel who can talk. And who are we kidding? That heel will probably be Becky Lynch. I don't see it being Bayley. I don't see it being anybody else on Raw. It has to be Becky. So, if Becky is on the heel team leading, you're not going to not have AJ Lee, right? That'd be very stupid. Be very dumb to have a War Games with Becky Lynch. AJ Lee is not involved. So I would guess that AJ and Rhea Ripley would do the tag teaming in terms of mic work, almost like a co-lead. Be Rhea and AJ leading the group. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch is doing the promo stuff for the heel team as a leader. Now, this is all fine and dandy. Becky, Asuka, Kyrie, AJ, Rhea, Io sounds solid to me. Makes sense. Now, here's the thing. If I'm booking it, I'm going to have Becky Lynch, the leader, reaching out to some old friends, okay? Some old friends who aren't really friends. One of them being Nia Jax. But I need Nia Jax in my thing here because I didn't upload it yet. So let me upload Nia Jax. We're going to put Queen Nia on the team. Why? Well, currently she is feuding on SmackDown with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Last time she was on TV, she had a segment with Alexa and Charlotte. She called out Alexa Bliss. They're going to have a match. So I think that's where that's headed. And honestly, I don't hate it. So you bring in Nia Jax. That'd be an interesting dynamic. Two enemies, Becky and Nia Jax. Becky reaching out to Nia. War Games. That could be interesting to see. Okay, so we do that. They have Becky, Asuka, Kyrie, Nia Jax against AJ, Rhea, and Io. Are you following me right now? Keep Nia out of this? Well, I don't think that's going to happen. Not only is it not going to happen, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't keep her out. I mean, she has size, she has presence. I mean, what else are you going to do? We'll talk about other people for now, but just roll with me, okay? Now, I already brought up how Nia Jax is in a feud with Charlotte and Alexa. So we're going to add Charlotte and Alexa. Boom. You're 5 right there. It's settled. Usually they add the women's tag team champions into War Games. So we're going to continue the history here, or the tradition of adding the women's tag team champions. So the heel team in total, Rhea, Io, Charlotte, Alexa, AJ Lee. That's a strong, strong team. Star power with AJ, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley working together for the first time ever. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair coming together. Alexa been doing good work. This is a very strong, powerful, star-studded team. Charlotte, Alexa, Io, Rhea Ripley, AJ Lee. Those are all fan favorites right there. No Lyra and Bayley. Unfortunately, no. There's only 5 people on the team. Okay? I think Charlotte and Alexa would bring a little bit more right now to that face team. I think Bayley and Lyra have stuff to do on their own. I don't think they'd be needed here. I believe Charlotte and Alexa makes more sense for this match. I think you want your champions on the card. I think Charlotte and Alexa have been doing good work. Then going back and forth between Raw and SmackDown. So I think it makes sense to use them instead of Bayley and Lyra. I don't see AJ in the War Games match. I don't blame you for thinking that way. It probably won't happen. But if Becky's in there, if Becky is in there, I think it's silly to not add AJ. What are you gonna do? Have Maxine in there? Nah. Now, this what I'm doing right now is a perfect world. Okay, in a perfect world, Bianca would be healthy, or Bianca would be coming back. So when when Becky sees this star-studded team of Alexa, Charlotte, Io, Rhea, AJ, Becky reaches out to an old friend. Her old friend being Bianca Belair. Hey, Bianca, I need your help. Remember last time, 2 years ago, when you needed my help? I came to help you. I returned from injury to help you in War Games. Remember that? And Bianca Belair will have to make a decision. Do I join my old friend Becky Lynch, Team Heel, or do I ignore her or don't do that or whatever, or support the faces here? But the problem here is Bianca Belair hates, well, if I'm booking it, Bianca Belair hates Rhea Ripley. He blames her for her finger injury. So there's no way in hell she's going to join Team Rhea or support Team Rhea. So when Becky Lynch, who done nothing wrong to Bianca Belair, he reaches out to Bianca, Bianca accepts. You get Bianca, Nia, Asuka, Kairi, Becky versus AJ, Rhea Ripley, Io, Charlotte, Alexa Bliss. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. This War Games will be fire. There's storylines everywhere. You have your Io, Rhea Ripley friendship thing going on. You have the AJ Becky thing going on. You have the Asuka, Kairi, Io thing going on. You have Alexa and Charlotte Flair working together again in the growing relationship. You have the tension between Bianca and Rhea and Io based on what happened at WrestleMania with an injured finger. You have the interesting dynamic between Bianca Belair helping out heel Becky. That's also interesting there. This would cook. Is it going to happen? No, because of reasons. Reason being Bianca's still injured, and who knows when she's going to come back. Maybe never. The way this is going, maybe never. Let's say my perfect team here of storylines doesn't work out. It probably won't. Well, let's see. What do I have to do here? First of all, before I continue, what's the problem? Is there a problem with this? Do you not understand where I'm going with this? Let's see. Most of them are correct, but some of them ain't it, chef. Like what? Bianca would be such a fun addition, but she's not cleared. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is a perfect world. In a perfect world, Becky Lynch reaches out to Bianca Belair and says, yo, Bianca, what's up? You know, I helped you out last time, 2 years ago for War Games. Can you help me out? And Bianca Belair, who will hate Rhea Ripley, will just say, you know what? I'll help you, Becky. That'd be interesting and intriguing. Of course, Asuka, Kairi, I think this is perfect. It's perfect. Now, not going to happen. So let's say Bianca Belair is still hurt. She's not coming back, right? Now, the problem with this, yes, I can see Rhea Ripley and Io going up to Bianca, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you helping Becky Lynch? It's like, yeah, I'm helping Becky Lynch. I don't like y'all. Remember what you did at WrestleMania when I rightfully won the Elimination Chamber, and you complained and bitched your way into the Mania match, and I got booed for it. Remember that? Remember how your big ass fell on my finger and broke it? Remember, go back and watch that spot. It was Rhea Ripley who fell on Bianca's hand. Now, Bianca was doing a backdrop, but she could blame her. She can blame Rhea Ripley. That's plausible. That'd be all great. Is it going to happen? No. Now, the problem with moving Bianca Belair, once you move Bianca, all hell breaks loose, right? If I pull her out, now it doesn't work as well. I have to change the story completely, I feel like, because I need a face. I'm not going to split Becky. I'm not going to split Bayley and Lyra. That can't work. I'm not gonna put in Maxine Dupree. Well, she's a face anyway. I'm not gonna put in Stephanie. Stephanie has a thing with Nikki Bella. That'd be weird. I think Stephanie will be taken out of this because of her upcoming problems with Nikki Bella. I think Nikki Bella will turn before War Games. So, this is the issue I have. Once you remove Bianca from the storyline I have here, things got to change. You may have to like pull Nia, which is weird because she's now feuding with Alexa and Charlotte Flair. You have to pull her, and then maybe you elevate Roxanne and Raquel. The problem is with that, Raquel has a thing with Stephanie going on right now, which means you would have to pull. No, not necessarily. Stephanie could be feuding with Nikki Bella. Could Nikki Bella turn heel? Yeah, this would be safe right here. You can do this. I don't love it as much as the last one. It's because AJ isn't going to be in the match. If AJ's not there, I'm pulling Becky, honestly. But the problem is you need Becky in there. That's the thing. You have to have Becky Lynch. She's the mouthpiece for the heel team. There's nobody else who can play that role for her. There's nobody else that can play that role. You have to be there. So what are you gonna do? God forbid. Well, let me hide myself real quick. Let me hide it real quick. Watch this. What do you want me to do? Elevate. What's her face? Check this out. This what you want? You want this? Maxine Dupree? I don't think so. Okay, no disrespect, but I don't love it. Now, honestly, this would be the shit they do. Like, if I had to guess what they do, it'd be this shit. Assuming AJ can't go and Bianca can go, this is what they would do. This is it. It'd be Becky, Asuka, Kyrie, Raquel, and Roxanne versus Rhea Ripley, Io, Charlotte, Alexa, and Maxine. That'd be the match. This is what they would do. I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, I don't want this match. The intriguing thing is AJ, Bianca, and then you elevate Nia or Raquel, but I'll do Nia. That's the intriguing match here. That ain't happening. Okay, it's probably gonna be this one. What they're gonna do. This is what they're gonna do. Do I love it? No. But it's probably what's gonna happen. Julia, that's a pipe dream. Maxine should not be in the hardcore match. I agree. I like your ideas. It makes sense. Thank you. It's the best way to go, but it's not happening because Bianca's not healthy, one. And who knows what's happening. Now, I do think Nia Jax feuding with Alexa and Charlotte is promising for her prospects. The issue is, who's the one heel you're putting in there? Sorry, Roxanne. You elevate Raquel. Or I don't know. Problem with elevating Nikki is that you need Stephanie. By Maxine. Then you elevate Stephanie, who should be in here where she's not. So weird. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do. Elevate Stephanie. You put Nikki Bella in? Do you really want Nikki Bella in the War Games? I mean, I guess. That's another route they could do. They could do Nikki Bella, I guess. Where is Nikki Bella? There she is. How about that? That ring true to you? He gets a world champion in the match. I'm trying to be realistic here, right? Are you going to have Roxanne without Raquel? Are you going to have Raquel without Roxanne? One thing for certain, these four, right? These four here. Asuka, Kyrie, Io, this box, Asuka, Kyrie, Io, Rhea Ripley, that's set. I think Becky has to be in there because, watch this, remove Becky. Who's talking? Nikki? Is she the mouthpiece of the group? I don't think so. I think that'd be weird. That'd be a little too weird to me to elevate her that quickly. You know, the thing with Stephanie Becerra, she's going to turn heel. But I just don't buy. All right, check this out. These 6 are in the match. Okay, I'd be surprised if these 6 are not in there. Okay, Asuka, Kyrie, Charlotte, Alexa, Rhea, Io. This 6. They're going to involve the women's tag team champions like they always do. And the Asuka, Kyrie, Io, Rhea situation just sets up perfectly for a War Game situation. This 6, I feel, will be set in stone. Well, Raquel had that face-off with Stephanie Becerra, Richard, so can't have everybody. Can't have everybody, okay? So this is the base, right? This is the base. Again, the heel team needs a mouthpiece. Bayley feels weird at this point. Be weird. Has to be Becky. If it's Becky, it need to be AJ or Maxine. Then that's your 5 right there. Then you just need 2. Raquel and Roxanne are in it with Nikki and Stephanie. Nia Jax is having a match with Alexa Bliss here soon. Gotta have Nia. So I'm doing what I think they're doing. I'm predicting what I think they're gonna do now, which is what I said I was gonna do, but here we are. And now, who was the person I had before with this setup? Who's the heel? Who's the last heel I had before? This one I already did the setup already, right? Who's the last heel I had in here? Becky could be in the figurehead, yep. With Judgment Day. But then what are they doing with Nikki? What are they doing with Nia Jax now? Becky and AJ might be left out. Well, then this War Games team will be shut out of luck. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? You don't see Nia in War Games. I mean, you may be right. I'm not sure. I just feel like they're postponing this match, right? So this match is going to happen, the third one. Who's to say they don't find a way to put Maxine in there, right? We don't know what's happening with AJ. We don't know what's happening with AJ. As far as we know, she might not be involved at all. War Games. Right? Then you have, where is it? Where is it? You have Nia Jax harassing. He had no tag team partner. So I feel like this is like a slow burn for the War Games inclusion. Unless Last Legend pops up and teams with Nia Jax, but that makes no sense because Last Legend and Nia Jax are feuding, or they were feuding. Okay, so let's wrap this up here. Okay. Wait. Let me hear your thoughts. Replace Maxine with Lyra. How are you going to get to that? How are you going to get to Lyra with Maxine? We're going to put Bailey on another team? Does that ring true to you? Does that ring true? I don't think so. I feel like the Bailey Lyra thing is going to be a little bit more of a slower burn now. A little bit of a slower burn, I think. What did this ring true to you? And then what? I don't see it. Bailey turns heel soon? Nah. Bailey, Kabuki Warriors, Judgment Day. That's safe because they're factions, right? That makes sense because they're factions. The issue I have with this is Io, Rhea, Lyra, Stephanie, Nikki. I see. You're saying, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. You're saying Nikki, Stephanie, because Nikki's not going to turn heel yet. So you have these two with, move. Yeah, that's what you're saying, right? Feud. I don't buy Bailey heel turn before War Games. I think she's the odd man out. Like, who's talking for this group? There's a problem with this heel group. There's a problem here. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I don't buy this group. Bailey will be the talker, but she has a split personality. So Bailey and Asuka Kyrie again? I don't like this idea. But I'll tell you why. I don't like Asuka, Kyrie, and Bailey on the same team as heels again. I don't love that. Because of that, it's not happening. I refuse. I'm vetoing that. I'm vetoing it. I don't want to see Asuka, Kyrie, and Bailey in a group. I don't want to see any type of rekindling of damage control of any kind. I'm pulling Lyra. I'm pulling Bailey. I'm going to elevate Becky again. Becky, Maxine, Asuka, Rhea, Kyrie, Io. In terms of feuds, this is it, right? Like, the feuds will work out here. The matchups make sense. Becky's feuding with Maxine. You can try to elevate her, right? Rhea Ripley's the talking head. She's the mouthpiece. Stephanie Vicaire, champion in the match, singles champion. Nikki Bella. Yeah, this could work. This could work. Now, do I buy them leaving Charlotte and Alexa out? Not necessarily, but this feels like something they would do. Like, this is a Triple H thing right here. I would do. But it's what Triple H would do for sure. For sure. Without question. But Bailey with Asuka is a no-go. Lyra and Bailey breaking up before War Games, it's a no-go. For me. So yeah, this makes sense for Triple H. Charlotte and Alexa versus Nia and Candice for the tag titles. So going back to that, yeah, that could happen, sure. Is 4 weeks enough time for Becky to be done with Maxine and AJ to get involved in War Games? I don't think so. Only because Maxine said she had to talk to somebody. So I think next week we're going to see Maxine talking to Natalia, something like that. And then we get the match with her and Becky. So the longer they push back this feud, unless Becky Lynch takes out Maxine physically, like attacks her and injures her, I don't know how you remove Maxine from Becky Lynch unless she like gets injured, kayfabe injury. If not, I think Maxine's in, and I think she's in, which means no AJ. Yeah, this is the match I think Triple H will probably do. Maybe Nikki Bella turns heel in the match, leading to the heels winning. Look at the heel turn, screwing the faces. Yeah, you know what? The more I think about it, the more I think this is what they're going to do. Not what I would do, but this is what they're going to do. This is the match. You guys disagree? I don't see Becky being outside of War Games match. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see Bayley being on Team Asuka right now. That makes no sense either. This is probably the match. Nikki Bella, Becky. Yeah. Let me screenshot this. This is probably what they're going to do. Now, I will say, Nia Jax, Charlotte, Alexa is intriguing. Because they always put the tag team champions in the match, right? The tag team champions are always in the match. Am I wrong? Why would she be the leader? Because of WWE. There's a backstage segment with Asuka and Kyrie, and bada bing, bada boom. There it is. He has beef with Maxine for sure. Maxine could get maybe Rhea Ripley and EO make the save, or maybe Stephanie make the save for Maxine. Very easy. Maxine getting attacked, somebody makes a save. Very easy to do that. Maybe Maxine gets encouragement from Rhea Ripley. So we think it's going to be Natalia, but maybe she talks to Rhea Ripley instead. Hey Rhea, I need your help. I need your guidance. How do I beat Becky Lynch? Rhea says, Maxine, this is what you do. Blah, 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 blah. And then she loses, gets attacked. Rhea Ripley, this is my brutality, makes a save. Very easy, very easy. I don't disagree with you in terms of having Maxine in the match, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is what I think he's probably going to do. Let's move on to the men. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. In fact, let me do this first. Let me add someone who who should be on here, but I didn't add him. I didn't add him yet. I don't think I did. Nope. Let's track him down real quick. I don't think I have a saved picture of him. Oops. Let's add him now. Let's see. There's a man that I have to add, unfortunately, because I think it'd be the best idea. For my own sanity. Superstars. Would he be in alumni or current superstars? Let's see. There's that bastard. Okay, let me save him now. All right. Let's go ahead and add him now. Where is it? Here we go. Brock Lesnar. Needs to be in this damn match. Why? So John Cena can pin him. If John Cena retires without pinning Brock, I'm gonna be upset. The only way I'm going to be okay with that booking decision earlier this year, only way, is if Brock goes down by the hands of John Cena. So I need John Cena to be in the match, which means I need Brock Lesnar to be in the match to eat the pin. So there's that. Now, face team, Jay. Champion CM Punk. I think he will be champion. Then you add no Seth, obviously, no Cody, no Drew, no Roman. Okay, no Roman. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. By the way, both men's and women's war games coming from Raw, by the way. We're gonna add LA Knight. I don't have him in here. Okay, cool. Let me go add him. We're gonna add LA Knight. Oh, okay. Add LA Knight. I can find him. Watch him be my SmackDown folder. Yep. Let's add Jimmy, I guess. Let's add the Usos. We've been getting a lot of screen time with his brother. Let me add him in there. Where's Jimmy? Mr. No Yeet himself. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. That doesn't ring true at all. That doesn't ring true. It seems off, but whatever. We'll talk about that in a second. Then your heels are Bronson, Braun, Brock. This is Raw. Huh? I do not know. Babyface team sound disappointing. So Drew moves over from SmackDown to come on the Punk, Cody, Roman, LA Knight, the Yeet Man. Roman, this man said that he was not going to see them until Christmas. Is he a liar? No, Roman. Let's see, heel team. Who the hell are the heels on Raw? Not crazy. Who are the heels on Raw right now? That could fit with a Bronson, Brock, and Braun. I guess you use the Judgment Day, but that doesn't really track for me. Rusev, we're gonna call in Rusev. God forbid Logan Paul. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We haven't seen Logan Paul in a minute. Would it be shocking if Logan Paul made a surprise return before War Games? Not really. Unless he's injured. Is he injured? I can see Logan Paul added to this thing. Where is Logan Paul anyway? Would you be surprised, honestly? Would you be shocked? Logan Paul was added to this thing? I don't think so. It's a possibility. Okay, let's add Logan Paul real quick. See what happens. Just see how it looks. It's funny. Seth Rollins really, his injury really ruined things. Really, really did, man. I'm struggling. Gunther, what happened to whole Orton turning heel? Um, that's like a Mania feud. I feel. I think Orton Cody is a Mania thing. I'm struggling. Now, typically, in history tells us that they usually do a War Games per show, right? So if the women are on SmackDown from War Games, the men are from Raw for War Games, right? Now we know it's going to be women from Raw. Now that would tell us historically that the men will be from SmackDown, but I don't buy that. I don't buy the MFT against. Well, how disappointed would folks be? Would you be disappointed if it was the MFTs versus the White Six? Because they are building towards that match. I could have sworn I had this figured out before, but now as I stay here, as I sit here and look at it, I'm struggling to fix the heel team. We have to accept that the YX6 versus the MFTs is a real option. I agree with you. I agree with you. It is a real option. Real. It is. And since I'm sitting here struggling, I mean, what are you gonna do? Add Rusev? I don't buy that either. Maybe SmackDown will be easier. Won't be Gunther. That'd be weird. Gunther wants to face Brock, right? Imagine if it's a Grande Americano, something like that, or Dom. But why would Dom be in there? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Now, if you move John Cena and Brock, it can make more sense. But now you can add Penta into War Games. Once you do that, where the hell is Penta? I don't have a Penta either. But you add Penta instead, right? Let me add Penta real quick. I'm super prepared, by the way. Super prepared. Where is Penta? Current superstars. Let's do that. All right. So if we're gonna add Penta to the team, which makes sense, he's popular. They've been pushing him. Remove. Now you can add Dom or Rusev. Yeah, I'm not feeling Raw right now. I'm not feeling it. I think they fucked themselves. Well, not them, but you buy that? No, not really. Logan Paul, you gotta go, I think, and that's and that at that point. Then you add a Grande Americano. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. If Roman lied about not seeing them until Christmas, I guess you add him. But right now, the heel team is rough without Brock. I think Brock is in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. They should do. They should just do Y6 versus MFTs. It makes the most sense. Roman's liar. Said it before Seth got injured. Add Drew to the heel team. Is that after Drew loses or wins? That Saturday Night Main Event. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe we just do the MFTs versus the White Six for War Games and see how the crowd reacts. It'd be kind of funny. Just do that. How upset would they be? I don't know, but it's fine. It'd be fine. I wouldn't be upset. But if they did do that, it'd be time to move on from War Games for a bit. Like take a break from War Games after that. Will be the move. You know? You have Solo. I gotta add the rest of these losers. Let's see. They are tag team champions. That's true. They are tag team champions, so like respect them, right? Respect the Wyatt Six. Where is the rest of these photos? They didn't have them in here? Wow, they're not even important enough to have in here. I'm not seeing what's his face. Where is not in here. He's not on SmackDown. He probably in. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. It's doing too much. You get the idea. Wyatt Six, right? So it'd be. I guess the Wyatt Six are the faces then, right? We know they're heels. I love it. There you go. Can you imagine? Like the women's team is fine. The women, that's fine. It is what it is. But the men, boy, why? If they do Y6 versus MFTs, they're gonna have to counteract that by stacking the rest of the card. Yeah. You mean what's his face? Uncle Howdy. I think Uncle Howdy should drop that. Howdy. I think Bo Dallas should drop that mask. Doesn't need it. He'd be creepy without that. Okay, so 4v4. That makes it easier for oh, he's saying 4v4v4. If we're just doing 4v4 for the men, it becomes a lot easier. You just do Bronson, Brock, add one more dude. It could be Rusev. It could be Logan Paul. That's easier. For the faces, it just be CM Punk, Cena, Jay, LA Knight. No Jimmy, I guess. To add like I don't know, another dude. We add yeah, something like that. Sammy, Ilya, Phoenix, Shinsuke versus the White Six versus MFTs in War Games. Yeah, that's not happening. Fun idea, but not gonna happen. That shit say Maxine. It's not my idea. You missed it, King. This is what I think Triple H is gonna do. This is Triple H's booking. I would do would be just add Dom. 4v4. Does it make sense? No. But it is what it is. I didn't think the men would be this hard. I didn't think the men would take this hard. Or just take this long. I didn't think that at all. The men is the hardest one to do by far. By far. Because the heels on the Raw aren't that involved in the main. Like, only these guys are really involved right now, right? Like, this is the story here, right? This is the story. CM Punk, Jay, LA Knight, Jimmy, and then the Vision. Right now, Jay is feuding with CM Punk. Now, when Jay turned heel, I just don't see Jay on that team, though. That's a problem, so. But yeah, that's kind of like the main six. Similar to how... we'll see. I don't know. Put Roman in War Games. With the Usos, I don't want to see these three together again. These three? I don't want to see it. It'll probably happen, sure, but I don't want to see it. Then what are you going to do? Brock? And then what? Logan Paul? And then what? Jimmy Turn. During the match, sure. Before, not really. This is what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket. Rock on a farm until Rumble. Probably right. Which means no point of having Cena in there. Yeah, the men's War Game's gonna be rough. Might be rough. I thought I figured out, but apparently I don't. If I had it my way, something like that. Maybe at Logan Paul, whatever. Then you had Penta, something like that. Something like that. Oba and Trick added to the division. That'd be hilarious, but no, I don't think so. Okay, so that's my men's right now. I don't have any confidence or even like, I don't love it either, but it is what it is. Women is probably what they're going to do. Probably what they're going to do. If it were me, perfect world, Bianca returns to help Becky because she hates Rhea Ripley. You can put Nia Jax in there. You pull Stephanie and Nikki. You put in Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. But remember, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, number one contenders, are now Asuka and Kairi. Like I can see a situation where I can see where Asuka and Kairi could be beating up Charlotte, Alexa Bliss. Maybe they lose the title shot. You know what? I put my foot down. I think Alexa and Charlotte are in the match. This is how it works. Alexa, Charlotte Flair face Asuka and Kairi. Alexa, Charlotte Flair wins or is DQ. Then Alexa and Charlotte are going to get beaten down by Asuka and Kyrie. This is my brutality. Down comes Rhea Ripley and Io to make the save to help out Alexa and Charlotte Flair. That's how you get these four together. These four are together because of Kabuki Warriors. Right now, the Kabuki Warriors are gunning for the tag titles. So let's start from scratch here again. Bye. Okay. So it is, imagine. It is 6 here. These core 6 right now. These 4 are feuding. But now the Kabuki Warriors have their eyes on the tag titles. Okay. That makes sense. Nia Jax now feuding with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Okay. Just move out Nia Jax. But I think these 6 are going to be in the match. That's my belief. These 6 will be in the match because of the Kabuki Warrior situation. Now, what are the tentacles here? What's the other one face? Who's the one face? Who's the one other face? Maybe Nikki does turn. In comes Stephanie. But then what? Then what do you do? Because something is off. I see Stephanie defending her belt there against Raquel. Fair enough. Perfect. It'd be perfect. It'd be so perfect. So many stories, so much intrigue. It'll be perfect, this lineup. But it's not going to happen. If Raquel is facing Stephanie, I guess you can pull in Roxanne, but why would Roxanne give a damn about this match? Currently feuding with Nikki and Stephanie. Doesn't make any sense. Nikki, Kabuki Warriors, Judgment Day, Rhea, Io. Let me put that together. That Nikki and Becky are together. What the hell is Roxanne and Raquel doing then? I think Judgment Day is out of War Games. You need to worry about Lyra and Bailey. Lyra and Bailey not going to be in this match. Why would they be in the match? They just lost the tag titles. Or the tag title opportunity. Move Nia. Are you telling me that Nia isn't going to be in the War Games match? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, I guess. I will say she's pivoted to Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. That is for certain. That is for certain. So, I don't know. Well, let's say you move Nia Jax. Then what? Who you putting? Who you putting? Because again, this is the core 6. I believe in this core 6. I believe Not this one. This core six. I believe Charlotte, Alexa Bliss will be in a match, and then Rhea Ripley and Io make the save. They already beat Bayley and Lyra. Roxanne had that face off with freaking Stephanie. This is the core six. Just like this is the core six. Assuming Raw has both men's and women's, here's your core six. You're gonna have that damn nose protector on her face. Who are we kidding? We've done this already. We've done this already. See? Been here, done that, okay? It does feel far away. I agree. But all it takes is one. All it takes is one. This is my brutality. Just one. It takes one. This is my brutality to change it. Right? All right, let me tweet this real quick. Now, could it be 4v4? If it's 4v4, then Hill team is only missing two. And the faces are locked in for the women, right? Last year was 5. Four v four makes sense for the women this year. We're gonna do add Raquel and Roxanne. Like, who are the other two spots? Can't do Becky without AJ, I don't think. Or Maxine, that'd be weird. Rock getting in. It makes sense for the Vision. But is Brock gonna do freaking War Games? I don't know. Wow, I thought I had it figured out. But I've learned I don't know shit. Okay. In closing, I'll do what I want to happen, right? What I want. I can't have what I want, but let's do what I want. What I want is this. What I want is what I want. I can't have what I want. For the men, what I want Logan Paul still hates John Cena. Then you add in one more heel. New member of the Vision. Anna D'Angelo. I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Boom. Sorry, Jimmy. You're out. Why are they laughable? Why are they laughable? Chris King, do you not know your history? Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch are friends. Last time they were on screen together, they were friends. 2 years ago, Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair called up Becky, and Becky Lynch returned to help Bianca Belair. That I will help her whenever she needs me. I love Bianca Belair. Remember that? They have not had interaction since. Last time they left off with each other, they were friends. It'd be so good to watch Becky Lynch call up Bianca. Say, hey, Bianca, remember how I came back and helped you? Remember how we've been through a lot? Remember that? Well, now I need your help now. Oh, and by the way, you hate Rhea Ripley, right? So come help me. Be great. It'd be very intriguing. See how Bianca Belair would operate with that. Very, very intriguing, but not gonna happen anyway, so. Won't happen, don't worry. Probably Alexa Bliss are not friends. Becky being off TV could force her to not be in War Games? Yeah, I guess. If John Cena's in War Games, you got probably Roman as well. Then you add one other person to the heel team, make it somewhat compelling. But yeah. If Penta wins the no, that's not gonna work. But if Penta wins the IC title, it's all right. Cena will be busy with Dom. I forgot Logan Paul was on the roster. All right. Yeah, the men's War Games is rough. It's rough. It's rough to figure out. Women's is easier and more fun to predict. Men's is kind of rough because they're pivoting because of Seth Rollins' injury. All right, that's enough. But in a perfect world, yeah, it sucks that I can't come up with a good solution to the men's problem beyond the MFTs versus the Y6 or some kind of weird makeshift. It doesn't even make sense to do like Sammy, Ilya, Dragunov, Phoenix against the MFTs because why the hell would you just use the Y6? They're right there. It doesn't make any sense. If it's SmackDown, it has to be a Y6 against MFTs. It has to be if it's SmackDown. Okay. Any questions about anything? Did Cargo turn heel? Thank the Lord. That should have been happened. I'm gonna say Trish Stratus. Tiffany Stratton has passed 300 days as champion. Good for her. What else happened? Let's see. A banger main event for the women's tag team match. Women's tag team championship match. Very, very good to see. What else? Of note, of newsworthiness. You have new champions Tamari Gold, Miku Ano, and Victoria Yuzuki. Very happy about that. Santos Escobar, nowhere to be found. He's pulling an Andrade right now. Lash and Grace need to be called up. I agree. I would send them both to SmackDown right now. They'd both be great over there, but imagine a babyface Jordan Grace taking on a badass heel Jade Cargill. It's kind of interesting over there. That'd be kind of cool to see how Jade would operate against Jordan Grace and how that dynamic would work. Lash over there would be cool. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Lash got demoted to Evolve. No, she didn't. What are you talking about? Lash is on Devolve. Devolve. Lash was on Evolve. Are you sure? Lonnie heel turn. He did a real heel turn this time, a real one. He smacked Jordan Grace with that belt. He fought for the Evolve title. She did. If she's putting people over before going up, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But she needs to go up. Definitely put over Daisy Jane before heading up. That's fine. Putting over, Gray, fine. But then go to main roster. That's a problem. She's not going anywhere. It's weird. It's weird. What happened to Jada Parker against Lash Legend? I don't know. Jada okay? Is she all right? Been kind of like out of the picture recently. Nikki Cross against Julia. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't see Nikki Cross in a singles match anytime soon. Lash and Jada Parker feud that led to nothing. Kind of. It's weird. I don't know what's happening with Shawn Michaels right now. Cross getting released eventually, but right now she's doing the spooky stuff. Can it justify her pay right now? Probably not, but honestly, I'm surprised she made it this long. I mean, honest with you, I'm surprised she made it this long, so more power to her. The heels are getting squashed? No, they won't. Well, to be fair, Somebody said that the heels will get squashed here. Is that true? For the women, it is overpowered with AJ, Rhea Ripley, Io, Charlotte, Alexa. That's kind of powerful thing. That's powerful. Um, no, I think Bianca Belair returning is pretty strong. Returning Bianca Belair is a problem. Problem. Now, if remove AJ, I agree. AJ is kind of strong right now in her booking. And Maxine, well, now it gets a little bit feels a little different now, doesn't it? But AJ feels strong in her booking. Um, move AJ at Maxine. Now things are a little bit different. But it's a strong team. Strong. It's very strong. But faces really very, very, very strong. But Bianca Belair returning is strong as well. But who eats the pin in this match? Who eats the pin? Kairi Sane? Probably. Kairi Sane? If the heels win, probably be Becky on AJ. Set up the storyline of the future singles match, probably. Am I ready for Bianca versus Jade at Mania? I just want Bianca to come back. I don't care what the Mania match is for her. Just come back already. I mean, this is the worst finger injury in the history of man, apparently. I just want her to come back. Period. That's all I want. Just come back. Remove Rusev and Penta. So the SmackDown men that are Black and Priest are going to migrate to Raw. I don't think Kyrie turns at War Games now. I think the storyline right now with Kyrie and Asuka, I don't think Asuka is going to have a problem with Kyrie for a while. I think Kyrie turns later on, but not at War Games. Now that the dynamic is Kyrie is going along with it right now, I don't think it makes sense for her to turn at War Games. Sometime after War Games, sure, but not at War Games. I don't think so. The Rumble, that could work. Broken knuckle. Could have broken the joint. Her finger will never be the same. It'll never be the same. Which is why I'm kind of nervous about this finger of hers. Asuka will snap the moment they lose to Charlotte and Alexa? Maybe. Possible. All right. Any last questions? Boy, an hour flew by. What's the longest women's tag team title reign? Not Bianca and Jade. It's probably I don't know. Longest women's tag. The Kabuki Warriors have had the longest single and combined reign. Oh, they have it. The Kabuki Warriors is your answer. Jay better win. Jay's gonna win for sure. I'll bet every bit of money, every bit of money I had, Jay wins. No worries. Jay wins. That's a given. I'll be shocked. Any chance that Natalia's in War Games with Maxine? If not Maxine, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised by that one. I'd be shocked, honestly. Yeah, Jay's winning for sure. Jay wins. And that's an easy one. Easy money. Jay wins without question. Natalia can get on TV, right? What do you think of Io versus Mayu? And Mayu saying she wants to team with Io in America. I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear the America part. I did see her say she wants to team with her, but not in America. I didn't see that part. But that was a great match. It currently my wrestling, if I can speak, is currently my top women's match of the year. I thought it was great. I did see she said she wants to team with her later on in the future, but not in America. She didn't say that part. That's your hope. That's your wish. But she didn't say that one. A very good match, man. I loved it. It was great. It was a very good match. You know, Thunder Rock, that's the group they were in before. That could happen down the road, but in America, nah. I don't think so. Is the hope for Spree in the WWE dead? No, she's like 29 years old. How old is Spree? 29. There's plenty of time for her to change her mind or her to head to WWE. Plenty of time. 29. 30, 31, 32. Then maybe she makes the jump again, but 29 is pretty young. She's fine. There's no rush. How is it a given? Well, Jade Cargill underwent a heel turn, which is a character change. She lost time again, right? At the face. Whenever you have a turn or a change in character that is accompanied by another chance at the title, typically that person wins the belt. And Jade Cargill had taken a shot at Tiffany's knee, which means Tiffany would not be 100%, which just means to giving her an out, or they're protecting her during the match. So when Jay wins, you say, oh, the knee. I can see it now. She's going to go for the prettiest moonsault ever. She's going to fail because of her knee. Instead of Jaded, 1, 2, 3 is over. New champion. We're getting a new champion at Saturday Night Main Event. Jade will pin Tiffany, okay? Because of her leg injury. Without question. I bet all the money I had on that outcome. It's obvious. It's so obvious. What does the WWE get out of this relationship with Margot? They get nothing out of it. To be honest with you, they get nothing out of it. And to be clear, there's not much of a relationship, really. They communicate whenever EO wants to go over there. That's about it. They have a understanding or a relationship because of the whole Julia thing. When Julia wanted to come over to WWE, there was agreements made. Say, hey, can I have EO? Sure, you can have EO. That's it. There's no real relationship. I think Rossi is dumb And Ross needs to be reaching out more and say, hey, send over some of those PC girls. Why not? For like a 6 months, 3 months. Just enjoy Japan for 3 months, wrestle. Instead of bringing in random freelancers like Mala Grace and Zeta Steel, you bring in NXT talent or PC talent for 3 months. I think Rossi could be using the WWE more, but he wants EO every year for his big show, and that's it. So WWE is not really getting anything out of it beyond, hey, can we have EO? Sure. Now, I'm sure when the time comes, if they talent on the roster that they want, Rossi will probably watch, or he'd probably say, sure, we'll send her over. It'd be easy to make transition from Jamar Gold to WWE. The issue is, I don't think WWE are interested in anyone right now. Really, they have Julia right now. The women's division is set in their mind, so they're not really pressing Rossi for anyone. But when the time comes and they want someone else, then it'll be easy to make the jump. That's really what it is. They really wanted Julia. That's what they wanted, and they got her. They're like whatever. Then Thea and Margot, that'd be great. Carmen over there, cool. There's a lot of talented women over there who would do very, very well in Japan for 3 months. Very well. Hank and Tank and Charlie Dempsey over there for Noah. Yep. Only place Thea and Carmen are going to unemployment line. I don't know what happened to Thea Hale. Carmen Petrovic, I can see that release coming. No disrespect, I'm not wishing it, but I can see that release coming. Thea Hale would be a head scratcher because she was pushed. They like her clearly, but y'all know what's happening with Thea Hale. That's a weird one. Announced for tomorrow's SmackDown. What awaits Cody Rhodes and McIntyre in a route to Saturday Night Main Event. Jade Cargill to address the WWE Universe after her attack against Tiffany Stratton, basically. Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax. I'm saying this match screams build to something. Screams build to something. If Nia Jax wins, I can see Charlotte Flair facing her, which could lead to War Games somehow. SmackDown very skippable. Yeah, well, a lot of talking, Well, it's not really a talking segment. They're saying what awaits. Jay's gonna talk. Tiffany can't do shit because Tiffany has an injury. This doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. I'm not gonna lie. Carmelo, Kit Wilson, kind of rough. All right, folks, that is it for the stream. SmackDown looks rough, but maybe be better off once we see what's happening. Margot next up. Look at this. Look at the champion, new champ. Champ is here. Miku Ano, good for her. She's a champ. She won at Margot Grand Destiny. Good for her. Darkness Revolution against some of my faves over here. Look at this. Victoria Yuzuki, Seri, Mayu. This is a good match. Champion tagging up. It's a solid show. Solid. I'll check it out. Melo and Kit being the only men's match advertised as spooky, it kind of is. Nia Jax beating Alexa Bliss, I agree. It's gonna be Nia Jax against Charlotte Flair next week, and then I'm telling you, it could lead to War Games. Pat keeps getting taken off center. Anyway, all right. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Talk to you guys later.